Hey you guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are going to be making this Minecraft lampshade. My son has been wanting one for a while. I don't know if I'm the one that pitched the idea or he pitched it, but anyway, here is how it came to be. Using Illustrator, we created the pixelated art. As you can see here, each of these cubes are individual cubes that we lined up in order for us to make the art, and then we copied it 3 more times so that we can have coverage for all around the lampshade to make the actual lampshade cover. This fabric will be 42 by 72. Once you have it, just go ahead and go to File and Export, and from there you can save it as a JPEG, change the name to something you'll remember. And then you can open up your website here at spoonflower.com. Once you have it, click Upload a Design, select your file. Once you have your file selected, make sure you follow the copyright information at the bottom, and then allow your file to upload. Now, this fabric is horizontal in the Illustrator screen, but when you are uploading it, make sure you rotate it so that it's vertical. Otherwise, Spoonflower will have a hard time trying to pinpoint how to make the pattern fit the actual fabric. So just make sure that it's going vertically instead of horizontally. Once you have it uploaded, as you can see on the right hand side, you have 2 different options. If you click on the wallpaper, it'll show like an example of how it would look on the wall. For the second option, you have the types of repeat. So go ahead and select fabric if that is the one you choose. And then from there, I just selected the basic repeat because I didn't want it to be any of the other ones that are there as an option. The size, I chose smaller because I wanted to actually fit, and you can go bigger. The bigger you go, obviously, the less of the image you'll have on the fabric because it's expanding. But aside from that, once it fits the parameter that you want it to fit, then you can move on and select the fabric. There are several different options for the fabric. I selected the cotton poplin just because I thought it would be light enough and strong enough to do what I needed to do. It's just a lamp cover. He's not gonna have it on all day and all night, so it's just for, like, you know, right before bedtime when it's time to go to bed and you just need some dim light in the room. Now that you have your selected fabric type, you are ready to select the size. Spoonflower has 3 different sizes as of now. Maybe things will change. I noticed that they do not do half a yard. So take a look at the sizes. Make sure that it's something that fits within the parameter of the size that you need for your design. Be sure you select the right one because obviously if you select the wrong one, there's no backsies from there. I do need 2 yards. That's 72 inches. Therefore, I'm going to increase the yards into 2 so that I can get the full length and the full design within the fabric. Once it looks like how you want it to be, then you can add it to cart. That red TNT is going to be a cube, more like a footrest that I plan to make. Super easy, but anyway, that's on another note. Once you have it, go ahead and add it to cart, and you are ready to add in your information so that you can have it shipped to you. So this is the lampshade. This is the lamp that we are going to be creating the lampshade for. I've had this a while and I broke it because I was throwing a teddy bear around for my dog to catch. Accidentally threw it at the lampshade and it broke. Yeah. Anyway, using the frame, I went ahead and I secured it at the top with a ribbon. I hot glued the ribbon to the corner of the frame at the top, and then I anchored it to the bottom. So each corner of that frame will have a ribbon, just so that the fabric itself will stay in place and doesn't start rotating around the base. I did this for all 4 corners. Once your framing, your vertical framing is complete, you can grab your fabric and some pins to pin it in place. So what I noticed was it's easier for me to allow some of the salvage edge to hang over a little bit. And all I did was just pretty much pin it so that those swords were facing in the right direction. And then from there, just pin it all around. Once your fabric is stable, it makes it so much easier for you to just go around and just hot glue it in place. Now that the top edge was stabilized with the pins, I just had to work with that side opening. I decided it was best that I just start gluing the fabric onto one of the vertical ribbons just so that it would stay in place. So that is what I did for that right side. Just stabilizing it, I went ahead and I glued all the way down that ribbon just so that it would stay in place. From that part, I started to glue the top of the fabric so that it would adhere to the frame. Once the vertical seam or the vertical side was glued in place, I went ahead and started working on the top. So using my hot glue, I folded that salvage edge over into the inside of the frame. The length of the frame itself was 46 inches, but Spoonflower only provided 42 inches in width as far as fabric is concerned when you're purchasing yardage. So I had to rotate the top of the frame. So as you can see here, the frame is upside down, and really force it in. I didn't want to add any more fabric towards the upper or lower edge, which is why I just left the the salvage edge there, and I'm just like working through it. I totally winged out this thing, but I think it came out fine. So this is the image that we started off with, and that is the end result. Hope you like it. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below, share, like, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Happy sewing.